Kitty, hey. Hey. Kitty. Are you okay?
I was doing that thing again, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
I remember having lunch with Jim. He started to talk about this kind of forest girl who had a special gift of connection with living things. And she's going to be about 14. And you and I know how immature you are. So I think you can handle this. I said, thank you.
When you see Sigourney play a character a quarter of her actual age flawlessly, she steeped herself in the ways of teen girls.
Hi, Mom.
But unconsciously, she just became younger. It was crazy to observe.
Why can't I just be like everyone else? Oh, Kitty.
I don't think any of us are very far away from our 14-year-old selves. It's such a strong memory, how great it was and how awful it was. And I just sort of fell in love with the character. Jim has this amazing ability to write straight into the heart of a character.
Why am I different?
Performance capture gives actors the opportunity to play characters that they could not otherwise play. And Kiri's character and Sigourney's performance are the perfect example of that, given by one of the great actresses of our time.
Where's Spider?
They took him.
I have had to work completely differently than I ever have before because you do have to strip away all of that Sigourney Weaver, whoever that is. And it's been an amazing experience to go back in time and be with that person every day.
She clicks into the character that she is, and it's like talking to a 14-year-old. I find it fascinating that she can channel this young girl. Whatever it is, I'm enjoying watching it.
So what does Ava's heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
She's marvelous. To watch her, it's such a work of art. You're watching like a flower unfold, and all of a sudden you do not recognize that you are talking to a woman that is 5'10", that has walked this earth for decades and has made her mark.
There so clearly is mischievous little girl in Sigourney. She can be as imperious as you want, and she can also be a complete knucklehead.
It's a big journey for her and for the audience with her, but it's okay because you care about her. She has a luminous quality.
To see her playing a 14-year-old kid, it was magic. It's what acting is all about.
Avatars only, go around.
Let's get it done.
People don't realize the role that a stunt team plays on a movie. On the Avatar sequels, we rely on them to not do stunts that stand out as spectacular. We ask them to do stunts that play as part of our story's narrative.
For the James Cameron film, the action fuels the story, while the story also fuels the action, and it makes it so dynamic and it makes it so engaging that it makes you want to know what happens next.
Jim, of course, doesn't like things to just be animated. You're gonna do them for real.
The only thing we're not real is us being blue.
I've got a dry team and I've got a wet team. So some of the things that we're doing are going to be 30 feet in the air, and we'll let the actors do it full on, and we'll catch their movement, their acting and everything, and then we'll build it up, and we'll let those seasoned professionals, those parkour professionals, do that same motion.
Who do all the slinging, climbing, falling, grappling, the action through the air.
Those guys never slip.
So from fighting, falling, parkouring, we have the best in the world for each individual piece.
Flying at ground is much more difficult than it ever was before. Jim wanted people jumping on, jumping off, flying around. He even wanted that bird to fly on the stage and be able to come to a landing.
We have multiple riggers and stunt performers operating the bird, helping it turn left, right, circling, flying, diving. So we had to have our performers in sync with the creature.
The wet team, you know, their breath holds are amazing. One of my top guys, his breath hold is like 11 minutes down there, which is ridiculous. A lot of the people that came from Cirque du Soleil, synchronized swimmers, Olympic hopefuls, so they can move like you've never seen before in that water.
Dude's been falling off horses the same way since Truman was president. You know, when I first was approached by Garrett, and he's like, we've got to invent some stuff, and it's probably not possible, but if anybody can figure it out, James Cameron thinks I can, so let's do it.
For the water sequences in this movie, we had to figure out how to make some of these creatures fly underwater and how we were going to do it. Are we going to use this thing called a jetivator and use underwater jets to help make it work?
It was like a high horsepower squirt gun.
We got to be the first people to actually ever take it underwater.
I kept getting ripped off. And Garrett's like, dude, can you stay on that thing? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying.
And and there goes your hand, you know, like it's so fast.
Fighting underwater, what it reminds me of is if we were in the gym and we were hitting a heavy bag, and you're hitting that heavy bag as fast as you can, as many times as you can, and as hard as you can, while holding your breath, see how long you last. That's probably what your limit's gonna be underwater.
The final battle is amazing. It's epic. At one point, Quaritch and Jake have this huge knife fight while this ship is capsizing, turning, listing, and falling over on itself. We had to build this huge truss-enabled skeleton of the ship, and we had to drive it with these computerized winches so that it was able to turn at the right time, at the right speed.
And this is one of the processes that makes this film feel so real, is that it was real. Now we're underwater, we're really fighting underwater. And so that's part of the process of making it real. One of the things I love about working with Jim is that he will create that environment for you. If we need real fire, there's gonna be real fire in that stage. If we need those physical things in our hands to interact with to make it real, it will be there.
This movie is not just some amazing trip into another world. It's also still a reality-based movie that's right here in your face, and that's why I love it.
Ago, and we were welcomed in such a warm way. It just feels like it's a gift that keeps on giving.
What I can tell you about this film is the sparks fly.
I feel very proud to be here. I love the movie that we created, and now we get to share it.
Hello, everybody.
I've never seen anything so incredible.
This is very special. Thank you, Korea.
I see you. I see all of you. Thank you so much.
I can feel your excitement about the movie. It means so much to me.
The response of the fans is so passionate and welcoming.
I'm so proud of these people that I have the privilege to stand here with. Give a big round of applause to this amazing cast.
This right here, to be on this carpet, is a magnificent moment.
Good things are always worth the wait.
It really doesn't matter what part of the globe you're from. When you see Pandora, it just has an overwhelming effect.
It's so exciting to finally get to share this movie with audiences around the world.
Tonight is the night. Are you ready? Are you really ready?
This family is our fortress.
This movie is about protecting your family and protecting those that you love. This is so much love coming at us, and you know, it's quite something. Look, just have a great time with this film. You're going to get carried away back to Pandora, and it's truly, you know, we're really looking forward to seeing how much Korea loves the movie.
There's a scene between Jake Sully and Kiri that's played by Sigourney Weaver and Sam Worthington. And he's asking her, how does Awa feel like? And she says, mighty. I know that you're gonna remember that moment because that's exactly how you're gonna be feeling as you're watching the movie. And I mean it with a lot of humility, no arrogance at all. It is that special.
There's a moment when my character, Colonel Quaritch, steps off the galactic transport and he looks around and he breathes in the air of Pandora. And we look forward to you all stepping off this transport and breathing in the luxurious air of Pandora. Remember, you're all seeing the film 2 days before the rest of the world. So don't call your friends in America and in Britain and give anything away, okay? Let's all keep it between ourselves.
When you see the movie, you will go under the ocean and you will live in the ocean for a lot of the time. And one of the great characters, he's too big to get on stage with us tonight because he's very whale-like. But you see a friendship between a Navi boy and Payakan. And Payakan becomes, in a way, the hero of this movie. So I want you to remember you're going to meet a very special character that Jim has written and has been beautifully played by various people, I guess. Anyway, Kevin Dornan. And wait till you meet Payakan. He's just so wonderful and vulnerable. So enjoy.
I've seen the movie 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. There's one scene, and I can't tell you what it is. Every time I see it, I cry. Every time. And for the rest of my life, every time I see it, I will cry. It's because of these two actors right here that do something so extraordinary that it hits me in the heart every time, and I've seen it 1,000,000 times, so I know it's going to get you too. And you know the one I'm talking about.
I'm not saying goodbye. I'm saying until next time. I look forward to being back here.
We see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Korea. We love you.
Merry Christmas and enjoy the movie. And we can't wait to come back, and thank you for the warmest welcome and such good wishes. Thank you.